My name is Ric Gruber, and I'm the CEO of the Billy Bricks Restaurant Group. In fact, I've actually been here since the very beginning. So I've started while I was in college, working while I was home on break because this is my family's business. So my first job was as the official sandwich maker and dishwasher and anything else that needed to be done. But during those years, I couldn't wait to get out the door after lunch and go off and do whatever. And now I've been in charge and running the company for probably the last 4 years. 23 years ago, my family went on a vacation to visit me in Southern California. And when they came, we tried for the first time wood-fired pizza made in an authentic brick oven, and we were simply blown away. But that's where it kind of ended for me, and I went back on playing baseball and back to college. And I got a call, said, we're opening up a restaurant. I said, who's opening up a restaurant? I said, we are. So what do you know about restaurants? And my stepdad, Bill, and my mom said, well, Bill used to run restaurants before our family and all that, and this is his dream to do it again. So here we are now, 21 years later, and Billy Bricks is still here. It's funny, we today have evolved so much from our original pizza. We're still in the same principles, and that's what we always talk about here. We have the same guiding principles: real people, real food, real fast, served in an upscale cafe atmosphere. We still do that to this day. However, our pizza from day one to today has gotten so much better over the years that it's not even can be compared to where we all started this. In the first years, it was hard just getting an oven. Now there's 15, 20, 30 different vendors in the United States where you can source ovens. Back then, that was the most difficult part, was even finding an oven to make this all happen. So, the world has changed a lot, and these things caught on like wildfire after, I would say Bill was one of the trailblazers. He was one of the very first to do this in the country, and definitely the first in Illinois to do open kitchen, fast casual, wood-fired pizzeria. We were the first. And can't sleep on our sandwiches. Anyone who's a fan of Billy Bricks is a fan of our sandwiches, and they know that's our secret weapon. We have loyal brand followers all around, especially here in Wheaton, who've known us for many years, over a decade now. We get to make things that create experiences for people that they get to enjoy and tell people about forever, and we can actually see that on their face. Whether that's in the store, serving you at your wedding, or graduations, we get to be a part of your biggest moments and watch you enjoy our food. And that's what I love about the job more than anything. Our best-selling item is definitely pizza, but if you break it down further in that category, the number one seller is always the classic, the margarita pizza. But a close second is our honey love. We were the original people using the hot honey in Illinois, but instead of using the same ones that every other pizzeria uses, the reason why ours is so popular is because we make our own hot honey. And now we have actually a company in St. Charles making it for us, so we can keep consistency using locally sourced honey. Nobody else is doing that, but it keeps us true to our base principles, which are one of being real food. So we know exactly where our honey comes from. There's no added preservatives. There's none of that stuff in there. It's as clean as it can get, and you get the best flavor possible. My favorite, though, something that I eat every single day at Billy Bricks, I cannot help myself but eat our tuna. Whether it's one spoonful, one cheese roll of it, or a whole sandwich, our tuna is the best I've ever had anywhere in the world, and I'm a tuna fanatic. We also like to partner with a lot of local companies to know exactly where our stuff is coming from. So one of the things that we did this last year was bottled up and private labeled our own hot sauce, which you can actually now order. In addition to merch, you can order these types of things directly from our website with any of your regular orders. So you can have it delivered to you can order it at the counter, take it to go. So we're really excited about this. It's terrific tasting. We're so happy with the flavor profile and knowing exactly where all of our ingredients are coming from, and that we have a husband and wife team that's producing this for us locally. That's a great win for us. It seems like a small thing, but they're also making our private hot honey now, and we have more things to come with that as well. We can't wait to offer it in a retail size bottle because we know everybody loves Billy Bricks hot honey. We also have some other fun stuff. I brought props. You know, like I said, everything at Billy Bricks is about an experience. So you say, why are you spending so much money on pizza boxes? Well, it just elevates the experience. It's more fun that you can have while you're here. My kids love it. Everyone loves it. Adults, look at these. If you have a suit on, if you're in Wheaton and you're coming from First Trust and you don't want to get your suit dirty before you go back to your next meeting, you can use the Billy Bricks pizza bib. So you eat your pizza and keep yourself clean. Now this one, here's Bill. He loves this except for that you have to tear off his face to make it work. So these work just like this. So you tear and share. Well, you take a picture with this, but the great thing is keep yourself clean while you're eating your pizza. No hot honey is going to drip on your tie today. That's one of my favorite ones. I love anything that incorporates Bill around here. We have one of our new favorite pizzas that's out there is our Godfather. So we have this pizza box right now. And then one of our fan favorite pizzas that we did retire for a number of operational reasons, but we're trying to find a creative way to bring it back without slowing us down on our lines and keeping them really fresh. But we had our Betty White arugula pizza. I know it's gone. Maybe it will come back. Send me enough letters and I might make it happen. But we've made this box design because we know that Betty was the biggest fan of our pizza. We actually named it that way and came up with that pizza because we have a store in Oak Park as well. And Betty White is actually from Oak Park. So we wanted to have a fan favorite locally there, along with our Hemingway sandwich, because Ernest Hemingway was also from Oak Park. But we go through about 28,000 kilos of flour a year right now, and I hope to double that in the next few years. But with 28,000 kilos, that allows us to make roughly 105,000 12-inch Neapolitan pizzas. In 2015, I saw my very first pizza truck on wheels. At the time, I was working in the Bay Area and in San Francisco, and a colleague of mine who was also an attorney had quit his job and was running this pizzeria on wheels in San Francisco. And I thought, man, that's so cool. I can't wait to tell my dad about this. This is something that we could do. We make this style of pizza. Little did I know that a few years later, I'd be in the family business full-time, having put my career aside. And I said, you know, everyone keeps saying we should do a food truck. But I had an idea for one that could be even better. I thought we could do something like my colleague had done in San Francisco with these really unique style of truck, except with my art background, we would design it and make it so much prettier and bring our experience on the road. The original plan was just to have that be our marketing. As we decided to open up new stores and we're going around towns and wanted to be at more community events, the best way to experience our pizza is right out of the oven. So we thought we had to bring the oven to you. And that's really the way that it started. Was this was going to be our sort of sunk cost in marketing, and it's turned into have a life of its own where now we have an entire fleet of vehicles. We are up to 9 total vehicles between our pizza and ice cream trucks. So a few years ago, doing all these events with our trucks, I started noticing when I would open up our back doors to try to get some air into the vehicles that a lot of ice cream trucks kept pulling up behind us. So I thought to myself, if people are reaching out to us and they love working with us and we make it so smooth for them, why not offer them the dessert part of the events as well? And that's really taken off for us. So we've gone backwards and we've taken from the first ice cream truck to now 2 ice cream trucks and 2 ice cream carts that are on the road. And we've retrofitted almost every store now to have ice cream involved. Our newest shops either have a standalone ice cream parlor with it or a fully integrated ice cream section that you can find at least 8 to 20 flavors at any of our locations. So we're super excited about Mujo's. People always ask me, why did we give it a separate brand? And I thought, ice cream has its own identity and has its own types of followers. So we wanted a separate brand so it could have legs. Most recently, we opened up our own standalone Mujo's in Evanston on Central Street, right by the new Ryan Stadium. And that one is going really well. We're so excited about it. And it allows us to do that with its own brand where we can expand it, have its own space, but also be a part of Billy Bricks, and it can grow on its own. And we're excited about some things that are to come in both retail and wholesale with our ice cream flavors. I think one of the things that makes Billy Bricks so special, and it's written on the backs of our shirts, and it is our core principles. Real people, real food, real fast. Anything else that we do has to fall under those 3 categories, and meet those things. And if they don't, we eliminate it. So when we say real people, it's that we want to have a real hospitable environment where people are being treated like Bill used to say in the beginning, like this place is like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. This wants to be your local spot. The people you see here, the only way to make you a regular is also have low turnover, where you treat your employees well so they stay, because then that's the only chance they have to get to know everybody. And so that's really important to us. Then real food, we like to know where everything is coming from and everything that's inside of our food to make sure we're delivering to you the best possible food that we not only are proud to serve to you, but that we are proud to serve to our own families and our own kids. And then real fast. This is where we've made some changes in the past few years with our menu that some people didn't like, that we got rid of some things. The only thing it came down to was, can we deliver a timing that works for us on every menu item across our core menu? And if we couldn't do that, the item had to go. So we're committed to those three guiding principles. So when you think Billy Bricks, think of those three things: real people, real food, real fast. And if we don't hit on one of those, be sure to let us know.